All right, well, hey guys, it's Lisa, and here is our demo video for our next assignment. So you can see this is our color mixing app part 3, and what we're going to do here is add text and interactivity, which is going to be very magical and exciting. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is open up our assignment 2 file. And you'll see I have mine, and we are going to save it as assignment 3. So save as local documents. And then once we do that, we're going to just kind of go through this checklist. So one thing we didn't do last week, which we're going to do now, is we're going to do the colors for these different buttons. So we're going to do insert primary color text here, week 3 task. This is what we're going to get to. But basically, you can just make these different buttons, the colors of what they're going to kind of point to. So we have, I did yellow. So for the first one, you can choose. But then we have green, orange, purple, and then colors in action. So again, this is kind of, whatever color you want it to be. And I'm doing brown. So if you haven't done this page yet, just make sure that you have colors for these different buttons. Okay, so now, now let's get here. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna write enter on the rounded rectangle in the welcome screen. So this is the rounded rectangle. And how we're gonna do that is it's a lot like Illustrator. So we're just going to click our T and click and write enter. So once you have your text and it's selected, you can click and drag on the little circle at the bottom and it'll make it bigger. And then just like with our other elements, when we have something selected, then we can see our style panel over here and we can make changes. So I would recommend that you find a fun font to use that is easy to read, but that also, has a little something that you can use just to make it a little bit fun for everybody as they're working in the app. So I like this one. This is Mensch Regular. When your text is selected, you can also go ahead and change, the sizing if you want to. You could change the color if you want to. So it's just like a shape, essentially. Okay, so once you put enter here, you're going to use the text tool and put different buttons on the home screen. So that's this welcome screen. So we're going to have primary colors, green, orange, purple, and colors in action. So I think the easiest way to do it is just take this, copy, paste it, and bring it over, double click in it, and do your typing, and then you probably will need to make it smaller. And the copying and pasting is really nice because then you can, just do it once and all the formatting is consistent. Let's bring this down. Oops. And you can see this one doesn't have a lot of contrast. So I'm actually going to change the fill on this one to be all white. So you really want to think, as if you were the user. So what would make most sense to the user? And basically what would make most sense is, something they can read pretty clearly. Okay, so something else you might want to try doing when you have this text in your button is select both the button and the text, and then just use the align tools at the top here. And again, this is just like Illustrator. And what it's going to do is give you a really good centered centered look to the buttons and the text. So again, just kind of making sure it's right in that center so that it looks good. Okay, so we did that. Then we're going to right click to learn more on the primary color boxes on the primary color screen. So that's going to be in here. So I'm going to grab my enter and paste it, bring it down. And let's put that on the second line. And I just did a soft return, so a shift return. And let's make it centered. And then I'm just copying and pasting. So basically the idea is that when you click on one of these buttons, you're going to then go to the screen to see how that button is, or see how that color is created. And I'm going to change this one to white so that it looks good. Okay, and then what we're going to do is copy and paste the word back from one of your color screens to each of your photo screens and place the word in the same location as the other. So basically what that's going to look like is we're going to just grab this, copy it, come down here, click on this artboard, paste it. And once you click it and copy, if you click on the artboard, it will automatically paste in place. So it's a really good, and we can't see that, so let's change that. Actually, here, let's get rid of that. So it's just a really handy way to do it. Okay, so once you have this, all your text in place, which is basically the text on your buttons and a back here, you can pat yourself on the back because you have successfully completed the first part of this. So what we're going to do next is take a deep breath because we're going to go into a new screen. But we're going to add some animation and really make this come alive. So how we're going to do that is come to the prototype section of our software at the top. So we were on design, but now we're going to do prototype. And we're going to start linking things together. So first thing, we're going to connect the enter button to the home screen. And how that's going to happen is we're just going to click on this enter button and you'll see that a little blue circle kind of comes out to it. Click on that, drag, and it's going to want to just clip, kind of connect to the next screen. And basically what that's going to do is if you click your preview button up here, it's going to turn it into an actual button. So when you click through this, it's going to feel very real because it has that kind of interaction animation there. So super fun to do. And then we're basically just going to come in here and click through all of these and get them connected and get them working. So it's going to look a little like a tangled screen of spaghetti, but it's going to be really fun because it's going to give us some great pieces overall. And sorry, I put that to the wrong one. So basically we want everyone to have something to connect to, something to click to, so that when you're going through the app overall, things feel like they're connected and in order, and it's just feeling like a real experience. So click through, make sure you're doing all of these different pieces. And how the next one should work are just going to the next button. And this one's going to go there. Anywhere there's a little house, that's going to go back to this home screen. Or I'm sorry, this home screen, the one that's actually labeled home screen. So put all those through. So yeah, so you're going to have all of your clicking pieces in action. And this is not all of them, but we don't need to watch me just click through each. But when you have it all completed, come over here and click your preview button. And basically this is going to, give you a preview of what your app looks like. And you should be able to see kind of how it's going, what it's working on, and it should feel very real. And it also should be kind of exciting just to see how all the different pieces are together. Okay, so when you're all done with that and you've tested it to make sure everything looks correct, you're going to come here to the share and you are going to create a link. I'm going to make this design review, create link. And it's creating a public link. And then what you're going to do is actually copy this link. Well, you can click on it and see how it looks as well. But then you're going to copy this, and this is what you're going to turn in as part of your assignment. So you want to give me this link so that I can kind of click through it and see all the things that you've done and how you've created it and how you've kind of set it up in your interaction way with your text and all of that sort of thing as well. And it's really cool to see what might be coming here. And you can see I didn't do all of mine, so yours will be much better than mine. All right, so when you're done, you're going to submit your file, you're going to submit your link. And I would say even, share your link with some friends or family members, because they should be able to see what you've been doing and probably be really excited to see that you've kind of made an app using XD and that you're really getting into some great interaction design. So as usual, if you have any questions about any of these steps, or if you're feeling stuck, or if you want to just connect with me about anything, please feel free to reach out and I would be happy to kind of check in, walk you through, give you a pep talk, and kind of get you started if you need it. So looking forward to seeing what you're creating this week. And yeah, hope everyone has a great week.